What's the story, Morning Glory? What is the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I'm not going to be doing a full review of the last episode of the Queens of R&B because by now everybody has seen it. I don't have to do a recap, a play-by-play. This was the finale, and I just want to give my final thoughts on the show as a whole. So as far as the kickbacks, that's just a little bit of a recap. As far as the kickbacks, I do believe that Rocky was getting the kickbacks. There's no other way for me to see it. I listened to his side. I listened to Candy, Tiny, and Tamika's side, and he got the kickbacks. It's so sad that Tasha, because Tamika had said that her sister Tasha is brainwashed by her husband, and I believe that 100%. Tasha is 100% brainwashed by her husband. One little side note: after they had their meeting about the kickbacks, and Tasha denied it, Rocky denied it. When Tasha was walking out of the building, the first thing she did was call her mother, and it made me think that she wanted to get to her mom and give the mother her side of the story, get the mother to already sympathize with her, so by the time Tamika tells the mom her side of the story, the mom has already been brainwashed by Tasha, because she learns from her husband. The brainwashing, the manipulation, the lying, she learns from her husband. And you got to get to your victims very, very quickly before the other side does. So that's that. As far as the concert itself, I thought the concert was great. They all performed extremely well, and I see that SWV wore the costumes or the outfits that were leaning more towards what Xscape would have preferred. It was not a throwback to the 90s. I kind of felt like maybe just a tad bit, maybe Coco, and maybe not so much Lily, but maybe Coco was a little bit uncomfortable. I felt like Coco kind of came off a little bit stiff, but everything else was great. She sang great. They all sang great. It was a good performance. When Xscape came out, they did wonderful. The strength of Xscape is that every single one of them can sing, and we know that the strength of SWV is Coco, but the strength of Xscape is that every single one of them can sing, and they can sing their hearts out. Coco didn't want to do a churchy song, but they ended up doing the churchy song anyway, so they gave in a lot. SWV gave in a lot to Xscape when it came to the outfits, when it came to the song choices, when it came to the song arrangements, the set production, everything. They really gave in to Xscape a lot, and it's because probably Xscape has the money. They have more money when you factor in Tiny and Candy. They just have more financial power to kind of get what they want done. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not stating that as a fact. So the show was great. I enjoyed all of it. When SWV came out and they sung Weak, I don't know if the production of the show, like the actual Bravo production of the show, not the concert production, but how it was presented to us on television, I don't know if they amped up the sound for the audience, because that audience was singing their heart out when it came to Weak. And I got the feels. I got the feels when they were performing Weak. And Coco said in her confessional that they should have ended on Weak. And I agree 1,000%. They should have ended either on Weak, because it's such a strong song. It's iconic. It's nostalgic. It's a very, very, very strong song. So, and it's relatable. So they should have ended either on Weak, even though it's a slow song, and I would have preferred for them to end on a more upbeat, faster dance song. It's okay to end with Weak, because I think it's a showstopper. Or if they wanted to do an Xscape song, I think they should have ended with Just Kick It. That would have been a great ending to the evening. I don't know why they ended with what was it? Who Can I Run To? Who Can I Run To is a great song, but that's a middle of the concert kind of song. That's a middle of the concert, kind of towards the beginning kind of song. When you start off really strong with Anything by SWV, very strong, very upbeat, very dancey, then kind of take it down, then I can see them putting in something like Who Can I Run To. But ending on Who Can I Run To, thumbs down, complete thumbs down for me. It should have been Weak or Just Kick It. I didn't hear Just Kick It play, so I'm not sure why, because that's an iconic song. To me, that is the most iconic Escape song, is Just Kick It, but I could be wrong. I don't know. So the concert was great. It was wonderful. At the end of the concert, the sisters get into it again. Tamika wanted to have a conversation with her sister. Tasha wasn't trying to hear that. Tasha, is acting very Hollywood with her entourage, etc., etc. Tamika talks about how Tasha has changed because she walks around now with this entourage. She even brought her chef there. I'm like, why would you bring your chef? Anyway, so the show was good. It was very heavy on the sister drama. I wanted to see more of SWV. Unfortunately, everything got overshadowed by Tamika and Latasha's problems. We could have done without that. The family drama is extremely personal. It's extremely traumatic for the family. So we could have done without it, but it is what it is. It made for good TV. But I wish that they would have shown more SWV, not SWV drama, but just more of them and how they operate, because they're working, and Escape too. These women are still working, and I want to see more of that, more of what it's like to be a performer 30 something years later. What is it like to still be on the road? What is it like, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially? Do you do shows where you don't get such a great response from the people? I just wish I wanted to see more of the artist side, more of the performance side of things, not so much the personal sister drama and all of that. I wanted to see more of the professional side of SWV and Escape. And especially Candy, with all that she has going on, I would have loved to see how she juggles everything, because she has a lot going on. I would have loved to see how she juggles everything. How do you still put time in to tour and to do concerts and to do shows when you've got, businesses to run, a family, a husband, all this stuff going on? Plus another show, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, girl, how do you do it? When do you get to sleep? That's what I wish it would have been more of. Definitely would have loved it if we had gotten less Rocky. It was just too much Rocky, way too much Rocky, but that tied into the sister drama. So at the end of the show, like I said, the sisters, they could not make up. They weren't trying to have a conversation. Well, Latasha wasn't trying to have a conversation. Latasha said in her confessional that for things to be salvaged, we need to have a real heart to heart. But a heart to heart means that you're really honest and open and transparent. And that's something Latasha doesn't know how to be. She wants Tamika to be open and honest and transparent, but she doesn't want to be. So I don't see how they can ever have a heart to heart when Latasha can never admit that she did anything wrong or that her husband has done anything wrong. I would even accept it if she just admitted that her husband did something wrong and not so much herself, but she won't even do that. I'm beginning to wonder if Tasha is scared of her husband. He's a scary guy. I'm beginning to wonder if she's afraid of him. Like, if she says too much, or she says the wrong thing, or if she acts a different way than what he expects, if she's going to suffer some type of consequence. That's what I'm beginning to wonder now, because it just doesn't make any sense when the truth is staring you in the face, but you're still denying it. When I say that, I'm talking about the 30K, I'm talking about the kickbacks, I'm talking about the affairs. All of this is going on, and you're still denying it. And it's like, girl, the evidence is as clear as day, but you're still wanting to defend this man. But it is what it is. So at the end, they talk about how the sisters haven't talked since the concert. SWV is going to be on tour with Jodeci, and I think Drew Hill is included as well. Escape now has been reduced to a trio. Tasha is doing her own thing, and Tasha has released her gospel album on April the 7th. I wonder how it's doing. It's probably doing extremely well. Now, as far as Escape performing as a trio, I wonder, and I think I heard that Tasha is still a part of Escape, but right now, I guess whenever they are performing, because she's got her gospel album that she's trying to promote, I guess she's not included as much with her performances. But if I was Candy, Tiny, and Tamika, I would get my attorneys, have a conference, draw up them papers, and let's legally excommunicate Latasha. That's what I would do. She's a strong singer. She's a fabulous singer. That voice has been anointed. Okay. It has been anointed by the one above, but I'm sorry. The rest of her, we could do without. So I would drop those papers and legally remove her from the group for her to never come back again. Because the fact that she's still able to come and go as she pleases in that group, it aggravates the hell out of me. And I'm not even involved. It aggravates the hell out of me that she can just, bounce back and forth. I want to be solo, but then I want to go back to the group when I need money, but I want to go be solo again, but I need money. I'm back with the group. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. If I was Candy, Tiny, and Tamika, I'd put an end to that. It was a good show. I would give it a B minus, and I would give it a B minus because I wanted more of the business end of them being performers. I wanted more of the professional stuff. I wanted to see more of them performing, what goes on behind the scenes. I wanted more SWV. I wanted more Candy and Tiny, and I wanted more of them as well, but everything was just so focused on Tamika and Latasha. I don't think they're ever going to do another reality TV show together again. We will never see these two groups together in a reality TV show. I seriously doubt it unless the money is looking just right. But Coco said that she would never do this again. She would never do this again. And I feel like the reason why she wouldn't is because she probably felt like her group was highly disrespected by Xscape. And I think that they were. I do think that they were. I think that they were treated like an opening act and not the established queens of R&B that they are. They are on level with Xscape. What I'm going to say is I don't think one group is better than the other. I prefer SWV, but I don't think that one group is better than the other. They're both accomplished, equally talented, equally successful. I just wish that Xscape would have seen that and given them their respect. I don't think they really truly respected them. And I feel like okay, Tiny and Candy may have the most followers, they may have the most fans, whatever you want to call it, and they definitely have the most money. And Tamika and Tasha, they have the talent, but I always kind of felt like Tamika and Tasha were riding on the coattails of Candy and Tiny, because Candy and Tiny had more money. Because if you took the millions, they're all making good money. Okay, nobody's poor, nobody's destitute. But I mean, a Candy bank account, I don't think looks like a Tamika bank account. A Tiny bank account, I don't think looks like a Tasha bank account. Even though Tasha and her sister are doing very well for themselves, I don't think it's like that. So I kind of think that, especially kind of Tamika, Tasha has always wanted to separate herself, and she wanted to be seen as, I'm the one that's got it going on. Okay, don't let their millions fool you. I'm the one that really has it going on. And, with her entourage and her acting all high sedity and trying to be all Hollywood, she really was trying to put herself up there on the level of Candy. Candy is extremely, she can be humble when she wants to be. She can be very humble. But I feel like Tamika, she can sing, and I like her. She's very down to earth. I believed her more than I believed her sister. But there were times when I felt like, because she had Candy and Tiny's influence behind her, she felt like she can talk any kind of way to SWV. She doesn't have to bow down to SWV, but you need to talk to them on an equal level. Don't come to them telling them that they need to bow down to anybody. But that's neither here nor there. I'm rehashing old episodes. So I liked it, a B minus. More music, more business end of the music industry, less drama. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe, and I will definitely talk to you later. Bye.